से नमस्कार अनि शुभ सन्ध्या। हरेक साँझ बेलुकी राइट पाथ करियर काउन्सिलिङको फेसबुक, इन्स्टाग्राम र युट्युबबाट प्रत्यक्ष प्रसारण हुने कार्यक्रम राइट पाथ बुलेटिनमा यहाँहरू सम्पूर्णलाई म तपाईँहरूको आफ्नै होस्ट अनि दोस्त दीक्षा हार्दिक स्वागत गर्दछु। दर्शकवृन्द, राइट पाथ बुलेटिनमा यति बेला हामीसँग हुनुहुन्छ हाम्रो अतिथिको रूपमा राइट पाथ करियर काउन्सिलिङका सिनियर आइएल्स इन्स्ट्रक्टर, इङ्ग्लिस प्रोफिसिएन्सी टेस्ट इन्स्ट्रक्टर मिस्टर खगेन्द्र चौलागाई। खगेन्द्र सर, स्वागत छ हजुरलाई कार्यक्रममा।
धन्यवाद, थ्याङ्क यू भेरी मच।
यु मस्ट वेलकम सर। सन्चै हुनुहुन्छ?
ठिकै छु।
Alright. So after a long time है हजुर गेस्ट पढाउनु भएको आज।
हो, जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई
है नत्र भने हामी फ्रिक्वेन्टली गरिरहेको हुन्थ्यौँ सोहरू, सो बिचमा चाहिँ युनिभर्सिटीहरू पनि आउनु भएको थियो। अलराइट, सो ह्याभिङ सेड द्याट क्लास कस्तो भइरहेछ अहिले सर?
ठिकै छ,
मक टेस्ट
एज युजुअल।
एन्ड देन मक टेस्ट?
मक टेस्ट पनि तपाईँको अराउन्ड 100 स्टुडेन्ट्सको मक टेस्ट लिइरहेको छौँ हामीले एभ्री सन्डे।
ओके,
7 to 10 and 10 to 2 and then 2 to 5.
Alright. So क्लासकै कुरा गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ मैले क्लासरुमकै कुरालाई इनिसिएट गर्न चाहेछु। अब तपाईँले आइएल्स पढाउनुहुन्छ, राइट? आइएल्स, स्याट, लाइक अल द इङ्ग्लिस प्रोफिसिएन्सी टेस्टहरू तपाईँले पढाउनुहुन्छ। सो यो टेस्टहरू गराउँदै गर्दाखेरि स्टुडेन्टले म्याक्सिमम फेस गर्ने च्यालेन्जेस चाहिँ के हो?
अब च्यालेन्जेस भनिसकेपछि स्पेसियली यो नेपाल यो स्टुडेन्ट +2 को स्ट्यान्डर्डको स्टुडेन्टहरूलाई हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ मैले च्यालेन्जिङ देखेको भनेको वर्ड अफ भोकाबुलरी। भोकाबुलरीको रेन्जै भेटिँदैन। दे आर जस्ट लाइक दे हेभ द भेरी लिमिटेड भोकाबुलरी। अब जबकि रिडिङ, लिसनिङ, स्पिकिङ जस्ट राइटिङमा त रेन्ज अफ भोकाबुलरी इज टेस्टेड। अब त्यो भोकाबुलरीको रेन्ज भन्ने बित्तिकै अब यो डिक्सनरी चाहिँ विद्यार्थीहरूले कन्सल्ट नगरेको पाइन्छ। जहाँ शब्द हुँदैन त्यहाँनिर फेरि के छ भने सेन्टेन्स बन्दैन। सेन्टेन्स बन्नका लागि शब्द चाहियो।
हजुर।
अब त्यो शब्दमा पनि फेरि अझ त्यसभन्दा माथिपट्टि कलोकेसन भन्ने यदि तपाईँले भनिदिनुहुन्छ कोही विद्यार्थीले पनि वाट इज कलोकेसन गर्छ, अनि त्यसले गर्दा विदाउट कलोकेसन त्यो जस्ट चङ्किङ अफ द सेन्टेन्स जसलाई भन्छ नि हामीले, त्यो सेन्टेन्सको जेस्ट जुन बुझ्नुपर्ने हो त्यसको त इसेन्स अथवा त मिठास आउँदैन कि कुनै पनि सेन्टेन्समा। त्यसले गर्दाखेरि भोकाबुलरी, कलोकेसन, ग्रामर स्ट्रक्चर, सेन्टेन्स फर्मेसन यो त हरेक विद्यार्थीले यहाँ हामीले सिकाउनु पर्ने हुन्छ फ्रम द भेरी बेसिक। जहाँ तपाईँको स्ट्रक्चर प्रब्लम हुन्छ त्यहाँनिर तपाईँको राइटिङमै प्रब्लम भयो, रिडिङमै प्रब्लम भयो, स्पिकिङ, लिसनिङ सबै चिज गएको। त्यसले गर्दाखेरि स्टुडेन्टहरूले दे हेभ टु फोकस अन सेन्टेन्स स्ट्रक्चर, सेन्टेन्स भेरिएसन, कलोकेसन र भोकाबुलरी। यति चिजमा यदि त्यो विद्यार्थीले आफूलाई तयारी गर्छ भने पनि दे विल बी जस्ट एक्चुअली गेट एट लिस्ट पास मार्क इन आइएल्स और इभन स्याट।
ओके, सो प्र्याक्टिस कतिको इम्पोर्टेन्ट छ स्टुडेन्टहरूमा? किनभने स्टुडेन्टहरूले प्र्याक्टिस गर्नुहुन्न, सो कम्प्लिटली आइएल्स क्लासको भरमा पढ्नुहुन्छ। घर गइसके पछाडि कति आवर्सको प्र्याक्टिस इम्पोर्टेन्ट छ?
Practice is always necessary.
Practice and all that.
Yes, the life is full of practice. We people, till we go to the deathbed, we keep on practicing ourselves, because it's one of the just actually psychologists or experts says that learning goes till the deathbed.
Okay.
मृत्यु शय्यामा नपुगुन्जेलसम्म learning, practice, it's actually process of human.
But I'm asking for IELTS only, like IELTS मा कति इम्पोर्टेन्ट छ?
जब जिन्दगीलाई नै यदि प्र्याक्टिसको जरुरत पर्छ भने आइएल्स भनेको त इट्स विदिन द्याट। मैले जब कि स्टार्ट टु एन्ड भनिदिइरहेको छु भनिसकेपछि अब तपाईँको त्यो आइएल्स भनेको त इट्स अ पार्ट अफ इट।
ओके, या।
अब होल समुद्रमा पानी कति भनेर तपाईँले सोध्नुहुन्छ भने अब मैले उही लोटा ल्याएर देखाएँ मात्रै त हो। If learning is a process for human evolution, तलदेखि माथिसम्म आइएल्स भन्नु, स्याट भन्नु, पिटी भन्नु, these are the method of learning.
Okay.
The practice is necessary.
Practice is necessary. All right, Khagendra sir. Okay, so हामीले चाहिँ rapid fire पनि गर्ने गरेको छ राइट पाथ करियर काउन्सिलिङमा है।
Okay.
यो सोमा नयाँ कुरा स्टार्ट भएको छ, बट बिफोर द्याट चाहिँ हाम्रो राउन्ड 2 स्टार्ट हुनुभन्दा अगाडि म एउटा सानो व्यापारिक विश्राम राख्न चाहन्छु। त्यस पछाडि हामी एउटा नयाँ कन्सेप्ट लिएर आएको छौँ रापिड फायरको, त्यो गर्दा हुन्छ हैन?
नो प्रब्लम।
अलराइट, दर्शक यति बेला पालो रहेको छ छोटो व्यापारिक विश्रामको। स्टे ट्युन फर अ व्हाइल, विल बी ब्याक विथ द ब्रान्ड न्यू त भन्दिन, विथ अ ग्रान्ड राउन्ड ऱ्यापिड फायर।
राइटपाथबाट अप्लाई गरेको अघि भर्खरै भिजा आएछ अहिले यहाँबाट अप्लाई गर्दा बिकज अफ आवर एक्सपिरियन्स भिजा सक्सेस रेट त अलमोस्ट 100% छ अनि एक्साइटमेन्ट त भइहाल्छ
तर म्याम अहिले त सबै कन्ट्रीहरूको भिजा रिजेक्सन रेट हाई छैन र
अब यो सुन्नुभयो भने तपाईहरु पनि त्यही पुग्नुहुन्छ अहिलेदेखिबाट राम्ररी ध्यान दिएर डकुमेन्टेसनहरु प्रिपेयर गर्यो भने त भिजा त आइहाल्छ नि
पर्दैन विदेश जानु तँलाई विदेश जानु परेछ
I felt like my dreams had been shattered. All I wanted was for my father to understand me, but I never expected his reaction to be like this.
होइन आफ्नै देशमा बसेर पढे त भइहाल्यो नि हाम्रो देशका स्टुडेन्टहरूलाई के भएको विदेश गएर पढ्ने त फेसनै चलेको छ
उसलाई त्यहाँ पढ्नु मन छ भने हजुरले एकचोटि बुझिदिँदा पनि त हुन्छ नि बुझ्दैमा के जान्छ र
It was a shock to see him respond in such an unexpected way. My father has been my hero since my earliest memories. He's always been there for me no matter what. He's cheered me up when I was down, made me laugh when I needed it most, and listened to my every word. But this time, something was different. The person I always relied on for comfort and guidance suddenly seemed distant, and it broke my heart.
डार्लिङ हार्वर्ड त कलेज नजिकै रहेछ अनि बीच पनि
म त विकभरि मजाले पढ्ने हो अनि विकेन्डमा घुम्न जाने हो
सब भन्ने मात्र हो घुमाइ गर्ने
I often found myself wondering how easy it was for my friends to convince their families. Sometimes I even wished that my parents were as understanding as theirs. I didn't know what to do. I needed help.
एकचोटि घरमा कुरा गरी हेर न बाबासँग राम्ररी कुन युनिभर्सिटी जान लागेको कुन सब्जेक्ट पढ्न लागेको हो राम्ररी सबै डिटेल्स दिए भने त मानिहाल्नुहुन्छ नि
बाबा रिसाउनु नै हुन्छ
कोही मान्छे पनि त्यतिकै रिसाउँदैन नि केही न केही कारण होला एकचोटि राम्ररी कुरा गर न फेरि हुँदैन
I had no idea what I was going to say in front of my dad. It was my last attempt to convince him. I mustered the courage to tell my father why I wanted to study in a foreign country. I explained my reasons for wanting to attend a top university and test my capabilities. However, my father remained silent, and I began to worry that my dreams might never come true.
यतै एडमिसन गर्छु जाँदिन बाहिर कलेज यता हैन र
हो अहिले यता एउटा जरुरी काम पर्यो के पहिला त्यता जाउँ न
पहिला कलेज जाँदा हुन्न
बस्न पहिला
But I was surprised to see the place he took me. It was unexpected.
अलराइट दर्शकवृन्द एउटा छोटो मिठो व्यापारिक विश्राम पछाडि पुनः लिएर आइसकेको छौँ तपाईँहरूको आफ्नै कार्यक्रम राइट पाथ बुलेटिनमा र हामीले अगाडि प्रमिस गरेर जसरी नि तपाईँलाई थाहा छँदैछ हामीले के गर्ने गर्दछौँ ऱ्यापिड फायरमा भनेर सो आज चाहिँ हामीले खगेन्द्र सरलाई ऱ्यापिड फायरको लागि लिएर आएको छौँ पर्सनली अट्याक गर्ने भनेर यो अट्याक गर्ने एउटा राउन्ड पनि भनेर चिनिन्छ ऱ्यापिड फायर चाहिँ है सो आर यु रेडी फर द ऱ्यापिड फायर सर
यस आइ एम रेडी हात त चलाउने होइन होला नि त
हातै त चलाउने हैन मुख मात्र चलाउने
यस
Okay, all right. So, what are the most common challenges Nepali students face while preparing for IELTS exam, and how they overcome with it?
अब तपाईँको लिसनिङ रिडिङ स्पिकिङ राइटिङको कुरा गर्दा मोस्ट च्यालेन्जेस इज कल्ड भोकब
Vocabulary.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So, with recent changes in IELTS exam format and scoring, what strategies do you recommend to improve students' performance?
There are the certain tips and tricks. Students should follow the tips and tricks and practice.
Okay, how important is practice technique? How important is practice when it comes to a score high in IELTS?
Oh, well, where it comes the term practice, okay? And practice, in what way you're doing the practice. It's like you lamo bhanna sakincha.
Sakincha, of course.
Just our reading ma practice. अब सरले जुन क्वेशन पढाउनु भएको छ, टिप्स एन्ड ट्रिक्स दिनु भएको छ, त्यसको सर्टेन क्राइटेरिया हुन्छ, हैन? अब जस्तो एज एन एक्जाम्पल, लेट्स प्ले अ गेम. One scheming, 1 2 scheming, scanning, collocation and answer. Practice through this actually the techniques over there and see you will get the answer everywhere. Skimming, scanning,
Okay.
collocation and an answer.
And the answer.
Let's make a rhyme for this. And most of the students अब reading गर्नेहरूले यो formula use गरे भयो. Skimming, scanning, collocation
And answer. Okay, all right.
Yes, and smile yourself once you get the full answer.
All right. Okay. So, what is the funniest speaking test mistake you have heard?
What is the question again?
What is the funniest speaking test mistake you have heard?
That's what sometimes students actually go off topic.
What does it mean?
So I am asked about Tokyo and they're talking about London.
Oh, okay.
So it's something like actually walking in Tokyo and talking about London.
Walking in Tokyo and talking about London.
London,
Lovely.
yes. That's one of the funniest things.
Okay.
Because the students have no calmness, So they are nervous. They just actually tone is.
So they might didn't get the question.
Nervous.
Asking for, okay.
So they could have asked the examiner.
Yeah.
मैले बुझिन भन्न त पायो नि.
Yeah.
मैले यो question बुझिन मलाई. But why? I don't know. They just actually in a hanky-panky style answer दिन सुरु गर्छ and then they will fall into a ditch.
Okay. So one IELTS myth that student believe, but it is not true at all.
What?
One IELTS myth that students believe, but it is not true.
One IELTS myth.
Yeah. That students believe, but it isn't true.
Well, there are so many. Just actually see, some people say, vocabulary is not needed, while others says grammar is not needed. So these are just actually all bullshit,
Bullshit. Okay.
So I'm so sorry to use this jargons,
Yeah,
So,
but it is what it is.
But it
Yeah,
is. It is. So all components, they have to equally just look after
Yeah, okay.
in order to get the good score.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Okay, have you ever taken the IELTS test yourself? If yes, what was your score?
It was 9 in 1998.
1998.
1982.
1982. Oh my God. Okay. So if IELTS had a Nepali version,
Yes.
what would be the hardest section?
Nepali version.
Yeah.
IELTS.
If IELTS had a Nepali version, what
Okay.
would be the hardest section?
Well, obviously, that is writing for the writing for the foreigners. There are just actually the विश्वभाषा campus ma.
होइन नि, no. यदि IELTS Nepali version भएको भए writing not for the foreigners, it is for us as well. Okay,
okay.
Writing हुन्थ्यो होला हामीलाई पनि. आकार, इकार, grammar
The writing
है?
especially writing. अब फेरि त्यसमा idea generation गर्नु पर्यो, शब्द खोजी गर्नु पर्यो. Definitely right.
Writing, yes.
Because as I know, जब writing में problem हुने बित्तिकै, whenever I'm very poor in writing, मेरो speaking पनि wrong हुन्छ, as well as reading and listening is also. So that's why
Writing.
it's better to practice writing right from the beginning, from class 10, 11 and 12.
Okay.
Practice writing articles or even newspaper columns and just actually see the result.
Okay. So, what's the one word student always get wrong in pronunciation? What is the one word student always get wrong in pronunciation?
That's apt.
Apt.
Yes.
What is it?
Apt means actually it's accurate, sharp. What I mean,
apt. Yeah, it is a problem with
That's because
all of
actually
us,
one of the
yes.
word is silent, and
apt.
so
Okay.
students actually can find it so monotonous to pronounce it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. If you had to describe IELTS in one word, what would it be?
I'll say it's a skill test.
Okay. What's the most important, fluent speaking or correct? What is more important, fluent speaking or correct grammar?
Both are important.
No, you have to choose one.
Oh my God, how can I choose one?
You
Because
have to.
actually, because in speaking and content and clarity, and even in speaking, there is another language, and just actually the fluency is there. So if I'll choose only one, I'll not be perfect. So sorry, just actually to say that
No,
both.
you can't say sorry here. You have to choose one. This is the rule of, my soul.
Ah. So anyhow, hook or crook.
Yeah.
Okay, vocabulary or
Fluent.
fluency,
Fluency, yeah.
vocabulary or grammar. What did you say?
No. What is more important, fluent speaking or correct grammar?
Grammar is necessary.
Grammar is necessary, right?
Because without grammar, you can't make the structure.
Okay.
Without structure, it makes no sense.
Oh, okay. All right. So, can watching Netflix actually help in IELTS listening?
No, not it.
Not at all.
Yeah,
I
it's
think so. It
so it's all
helpful.
actually fanciful words and just actually just elaboration, exaggeration.
but I think it helps you to concentrate.
No, who are you and what you are? Without knowing your background, just actually can you plunge yourself into the pool over there without knowing actually the ideas of swimming? अब नेटफ्लिक्समा उसले बोलेको छ त्यो कहाँको मान्छे हो, उसको लेभल के हो, कुन एडभान्स लेभलको विद्यार्थी, अनि तपाईँ आफूले बेसिक लेभलले त्यो मान्छे हेरेर त्यही गर्न त कहिले पनि सक्नुहुन्न नि. नेचुरलिटी, नेचुरल फ्लो इज रिक्वायर्ड, you know.
No, the question is, can watching Netflix actually help in IELTS listening?
Partial help,
Partial,
not
completely, but somehow it helps, right?
It helps.
It helps sometimes.
It helps actually to
concentrate,
mitigate, you know,
yeah.
just actually
to
the
catch
words.
and to concentrate properly.
Nothing more than that.
Yeah, but yeah, something is better than nothing.
Nothing,
at least,
yes,
so,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
It helps.
नहुनु मामा भन्दा कानो मामा निको चाहिँ हो.
Oh, Mama, okay. Okay, have you ever been shocked by a student unexpected high or low score?
Yes, there are some.
Okay, what was it like? High or
Because I expected 9 or 8.5 in reading, but in fact,
they got
they
5.5?
just actually got 6.5 for that. But I couldn't expect actually 7.5 or 8 in writing, but they got 8.5.
Oh my God.
Sometimes, you know, it happens. Once in a blue moon.
Miracle. Once in a blue moon. Okay.
Yes. But that really shocked me to one of my students. You know.
Okay, so if IELTS had a cheat code, what would it be?
Cheat code, what does that mean then?
It's a Generation Z language.
Huh.
Cheat code means like if there's anything like any possibility of cheating, like cheat code.
No, not at all. There's no possibility. Because actually University of Cambridge, you know, just actually brainstorming day and night with the lots of cluster of professors and experts over there for the questions. So there's no
cheat
use
code for
you know.
that. Okay.
If the same technique is applied over here in Nepal as well, especially for SE and +2, all the questions, you know, which never repeats. And definitely the education system comes into the right range.
Okay.
And the cheating code is eliminated or avoided by the students.
Yeah.
If the students say there's no need of cheat, and then nobody will be there around the centers.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Actually, yeah. So, what's the stupid essay topic you have ever seen in a writing section?
No, not such stupidity, or I mean that out of our real life, you know,
Okay.
never comes.
Speaking.
No, not it.
Speaking. I don't know, when I was doing speaking, there was a question, and that was like, have you ever gave flower to someone else?
Yeah, it's not actually. It's happening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's happening. Everybody gives the flower to their loved ones.
Yeah, actually, it is very easy to speak about it, I guess.
Yes. So
Okay.
it's not so confusing, you know. यो यसलाई कन्फ्युजिङ नभनौँ यस्तो खालको क्वेसन सोध्दैन बिकज स्पिकिङ सेक्सन रियल लाइफ एक्सपिरियन्सेसबाट सोध्ने हो तपाईँको हबी इन्ट्रेस्ट सो द्याट्स वाइ अब कसै कसैको होला त इट डिपेन्ड्स अन आन्सर है तर क्वेसन चाहिँ त्यस्तो हुँदैन
Okay, all right.
पिपल आर भेरी
Okay, yeah. So another question is, what's one tip to instantly boost an IELTS writing score?
that is especially you have to work out on
Vocabulary.
range of vocabulary
Okay.
grammar.
What's the best way to prepare for IELTS in 1 month?
Yes, in 1 month actually prepare yourself take all the tips and tricks for reading, listening, speaking, and then writing.
Okay.
And then practice yourself.
Okay.
So you can just actually get the good score.
Okay. Okay. So how many students ask you, sir, how can I pass without studying?
Yeah, there are many.
Many?
Yes,
Okay.
there are many.
Okay.
Some students actually they try to crack jokes and
Okay.
jokes apart they ask me, but there are some genuinely they ask me, sir, bina IELTS ko pani garna sakincha, pass garna sakincha. So it's of no way.
All right. Okay. So can someone score 8 plus in IELTS without studying?
Without starting, what actually your question is, I don't know. But without starting, nothing happens.
That's why it's a rapid fire. No, we can ask anything over here.
पढ्दैन पढिकन त IELTS को exam त let's know it's something just actually thinking about heaven being on earth.
Okay. But we can think.
You can
We
think,
can think.
but it's a myth. It's
Okay,
not a
whatever
reality.
It is, but we can think now.
It's just actually a myth,
Okay.
misconception.
Okay. Final advice. What's the golden rule for IELTS success?
It's very interesting. Practice,
Practice and
know the tips and tricks. Okay, and sometimes actually meet the experts, and through the experts' guidance, try the questions, crack it within a week, and then just go for the exam.
all right. Thank you very much, Khagindra sir,
Thank
for
you
giving
so
your
much.
time. We really had a wonderful session with you because तपाईले सिकाउनु पनि भयो सिक्न पनि पायो with your answers, and whenever you sit here and make sure that म आज खगेन्द्र सरसँग बस्दैछु. Now today I'll learn a lot from खगेन्द्र सरसँग भनेर बस्छु. So thank you very much for being here.
You're genuinely good. That's what you look everything positively. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, दर्शकवृन्द यतिका बेरसम्म हामीलाई सुनेर हेरेर साथ दिनुभयो यसको लागि धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद भन्दै म तपाईहरुको आफ्नै होस्ट एन्ड दोस्त दीक्षा र खगेन्द्र सर यहाँबाट बिदा हुन्छौँ. हस्त नमस्कार.
Namaskar. Thank you very much.
म्याम
हजुर
आइएल्स को रिजल्ट कति बेला आउँछ म्याम?
आएको छैन अशोक, आएपछि म इन्फर्म गरिहाल्छु है.
हुन्छ.
अहिलेसम्म बनेको छैन यो.
यार 5 चोटि बनाइसके. यो पाली पनि बनेन भने त मा कसम लोहारले बेचिदिन्छु.
घाट होला इस.
यार मलाई अमेरिका गएर कृषि विज्ञान पढ्नु मन छ. सरकारी स्कुल पढेर अमेरिकाको सपना देख्ने.
ए कलुवा सी र +2 को मास्टरले इंग्लिश बोल्न लाएर हामी 2 बार फेल भएको कुरा तँलाई याद छ कि छैन? कहाँबाट आयो यो अमेरिका जाने सपना? कलुवा बौलाए जस्तो छ. चल जो अमेरिकामा पनि नेपालीमा पढाइ हुन्छ कि अङ्ग्रेजीमा?
होइन, किन सङ्गत गर्नुहुन्छ यस्ता हावाहरूको? पापासँग कुरा राखेर त हेर्नुहोस्, अमेरिकाको लागि मानिहाल्नुहुन्छ कि?
अमेरिका किन?
पापा त्यो
उहाँ विदेशमा गएर कृषि विज्ञान पढ्न चाहनुहुन्छ। त्यसपछि घर फर्केर आफ्नै खेतबारीलाई ठुलो बनाउने सपना छ उहाँको।
तयारी के गर्नुपर्छ गर, पैसाको चिन्ता नगर, बाँकी कुरो म मिलाउँछु।
Ashok, this is very poor. See, if you really want to get into this university, you have to work hard. You have to get an IELTS score above 7. मैले के भनेको भने तिमीलाई यो युनिभर्सिटीमा जानै मन छ भने तिमीले IELTS मा जसरी भए पनि 7 भन्दा माथि ल्याउनु पर्छ। गाह्रो छ तर सकिन्छ।
सक्छु म्याम।
है? रिजल्ट चेक गर्यौ? स्कोर कति आयो तिम्रो?
म्याम मलाई आफै रिजल्ट हेर्नै डर लाग्छ। तपाईँ हेरिदिनु न म्याम प्लिज।
ल आऊ।
पापा
अब भन।
मैले सकिनँ। भाग्यमा ल्याएको छैन पापा अमेरिका जान। त्यत्रो पैसा खर्च भइसक्यो, ऋण पनि लिइसक्यो, रोपाईको बेला पनि आइसक्यो। त्यहाँ पनि तपाईँहरू मात्रै। म यहाँ बसेर के गर्नु?
बौवा, तँलाई त्यो पुरनका मोटर याद छ? जानभन्दा अगाडि कतिचोटि बनाएको थियो रे?
5 चोटि। किन?
त्यति बेला नहेरी गइस्, तर त्यो बनिसके थियो। र त्यो मेसिन तैँले बनाएर गएपछि अहिलेसम्म बिग्रेको छैन। कहिलेकाहीँ हामी लक्ष्यको एकदमै नजिक हुन्छौँ, तर हामीलाई थाहा हुन्न। यो मेसिन बनाउन 5 चोटिसम्म प्रयास गर्ने मेरो छोरो अहिले जाबो एकचोटिमै हार मानेर हुन्छ त अझ मेहनत गर फेरि प्रयास गर बाँकी कुरो म मिलाउँछु र तैँले खेतीपातीको चिन्ता लिनु पर्दैन त्यो सुन्ताले जिम्मा लिइसक्यो
म्याम रिजल्ट आयो स्कोर कति आयो म्याम पापा सुनिता कसरी
अस्मी म्यामले हामीलाई बोलाउनु भयो नि अनि हामी त हिँडिहाल्यौ नमस्ते
म्याम रिजल्ट
Life is about holding on to hope. Ashok, who came from a government school, had a big dream, but he worked hard to make it a reality. Now, it's your turn. Don't be afraid to try. RightPath Career Counseling. Right counseling for quality education.